Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into something truly fascinating, take a second to hit that subscribe button and join our growing community. You won't want to miss the incredible stories and treasures we uncover every week, especially if you have a passion for history, collectibles, and life's hidden gems. Now, imagine this: a simple coin, small enough to fit in your hand, yet carrying the weight of history, culture, and a story that stretches back decades. Today, we're talking about a coin that might have passed through countless pockets, witnessed countless hands, and yet remains a symbol of a time when the world was shifting, economies were changing, and coins were more than just currency. They were pieces of heritage. We're going to focus on one in particular, minted in 1970 in South Africa. Now, for many, a 1-cent coin might seem insignificant at first glance. You might remember dropping one into a parking meter or finding one under the couch cushions. But this coin? It's far more than that. Picture this. The 1970 South African 1-cent coin is part of a fascinating period in South Africa's history. It was a time when the country was experiencing changes economically and culturally. Coins from this era weren't just minted for transactions. They were a reflection of pride, craftsmanship, and identity. The tiny details etched onto this coin, from the intricate design to the symbolism, tell a story about a nation, its leaders, and its people. It's almost like holding a miniature piece of history in your hand. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. Unlike modern coins, which are often mass-produced in unimaginable quantities, these older coins were created with care and precision. Each one is unique in its own subtle ways. Some might show wear and tear from decades of handling, while others have retained that crisp, untouched feel, almost as if they were frozen in time the moment they left the mint. And believe me, collectors can spot the difference instantly. You see, for many men in our age group, there's a certain satisfaction in holding something tangible, something with history, something that connects you to the past. It's not just about monetary value. It's about legacy. It's about remembering a time when life felt different, when attention to detail mattered, and when even the smallest things could carry a sense of pride. That's exactly what this coin does. Now, let's talk craftsmanship for a moment. This coin features the iconic design of the period, a blend of traditional imagery and subtle nods to the country's heritage. Even if you've never been a collector, you can appreciate the artistry. The careful engraving, the balance of design, and the way it has withstood the test of time. All of this gives it an almost magnetic allure for anyone who values history, art, or even just the thrill of finding something rare. But what makes it truly powerful, beyond history or design, is the story behind it. Imagine sitting down and thinking about the countless lives that touched this coin, the hands it passed through, the transactions it witnessed, the decades it survived. In a way, owning it is like holding a piece of human experience, a small but profound connection to a different era. And let's be honest, there's a subtle excitement that comes with collecting. It's the anticipation, the discovery, the chase. For men of our generation, there's a thrill in knowing that while the world rushes forward, you've got something enduring, something timeless. That's the power of collectibles, and this coin embodies it perfectly. Now, I can hear some of you asking, so, what's this coin actually worth? And trust me, this is where it gets truly fascinating. A coin like this, depending on its condition, rarity, and the stories it carries, can be worth significantly more than you might expect. It's a perfect example of how something that might seem ordinary at first glance can actually be extraordinary when you understand its history and significance. Collectors around the world are always searching for coins like this. And the reason is simple. These coins are not just about money. They're about prestige, legacy, and passion. The 1970 South African 1-cent coin is a perfect representation of that. It's also worth noting that coins from this period are becoming increasingly scarce. Many were lost, damaged, or melted down over the years. So, Each surviving coin is a rare window into the past, an artifact that can inspire stories and discussions for years to come. For men who appreciate history, for men who enjoy a challenge, and for men who love the thrill of the hunt, this coin is more than just a collectible. It's a treasure, and if you've been watching closely, you might have noticed how much history, art, and human experience is packed into such a small object. This is the beauty of collecting. It transforms something small and seemingly insignificant into a conversation piece, a source of pride, and even a potential investment. So, if you've been thinking about exploring collectibles, or if you've already started your journey, the 1970 South African 1-cent coin is a perfect place to start. It's accessible, fascinating, and carries a story that resonates with our generation. Owning a coin like this is like holding a bridge to the past, a reminder of the world as it was, and a statement about the value of history in our lives today. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the value. You might be shocked or even a little stunned, because in the right condition, with the right provenance, a 1970 South African 1-cent coin can reach an astonishing value of around $3 million. Yes, you heard that right, 3 million. It's incredible to think that a coin, something we often overlook, can hold that kind of potential. So, take a moment to appreciate it. Imagine the story it tells and think about the possibilities. And remember, the real value isn't just in the number. It's in the journey, the history, and the connection to a past that continues to inspire us today. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because there are countless treasures out there, each with its own story, waiting for someone like you to uncover. Stay curious, stay passionate, and never underestimate the power of history in the palm of your hand. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the incredible stories and treasures we uncover together. Today, I have something truly remarkable to share with you. Something that might just make you see the coins in your collection in a whole new light. Imagine a small, seemingly ordinary coin sitting quietly in a drawer or a dusty box. At first glance, it may not look like much. But what if I told you that this tiny piece of metal could hold a story of history, value, and rarity that could change the way you think about collecting forever? Today, we're going to explore one such coin, the 1968 1-cent Swart coin from South Africa. Now, you might be wondering, why this coin? Why does it deserve attention among the countless coins minted over the decades? The answer lies in its story, its rarity, and the passion it evokes in collectors. The 1968 1-cent Swart isn't just a coin. It's a piece of South African history. It's a symbol of an era, a time capsule that captures the essence of a country and a moment in time that collectors around the world would love to get their hands on. Let me take you back to 1968, a time when South Africa was navigating its own unique path in the world. The coins minted during this period were more than currency. They were works of art. They carried the faces of leaders, symbols of heritage, and intricate details that spoke to the craftsmanship of the era. Among these coins, the 1968 1-cent Swart stands out. Its unique design, subtle features, and the story behind its creation make it a gem for collectors. What makes this coin even more fascinating is the rarity of well-preserved specimens. Many coins from this period were circulated widely, meaning they show signs of wear, scratches, and age. But finding one that remains in excellent condition, with sharp details and a clean surface, is like finding a needle in a haystack. This is where the excitement lies, not just in owning a piece of history, but in owning something extraordinarily rare. For collectors, the thrill is not only in the coin's physical beauty, but also in the hunt. Tracking down a 1968 1-cent Swart can be an adventure. It can take years of searching, networking with other collectors, and digging through auctions and collections to find one in top condition. And when you finally do, the sense of accomplishment is unmatched. It's a reminder that patience, passion, and persistence are the keys to true collecting success. Now let's talk about the coin itself. The 1-cent sword from 1968 features a strikingly detailed design. The choice of imagery, the precision of the minting process, and the elegance of its small size all contribute to its desirability. Coins from this period were made with care, intended to last, and to be treasured. The metal composition gives it a weight and feel that immediately signals its authenticity and quality when held. Collectors often describe the allure of coins like this as almost magnetic. Once you understand their history and rarity, it's hard not to be drawn in. You start noticing details you may have overlooked. The lines, the engravings, the subtle curves that reveal the minting techniques of the 1960s. Every scratch or mark tells a story. Every luster and reflection evokes a sense of time passing. Now, here's something important for anyone considering diving into coin collecting. It's not just about the financial value. Sure, coins can be an investment, but the real joy comes from connecting with history, from holding a tangible piece of the past in your hands, from sharing stories with fellow collectors, and from the thrill of discovery. It's about passion. And when passion meets rarity, magic happens. This is where the 1968 1-cent sword shines. It's a coin that appeals to experienced collectors and newcomers alike because it represents a perfect combination of beauty, rarity, and historical significance. The coin may be small, but the story it carries is immense. It's a reminder that sometimes the most valuable treasures come in the smallest packages. Collectors around the world recognize the significance of this coin. Its rarity has made it a sought-after piece in numismatic circles, and its historical importance ensures that it will continue to be celebrated for decades to come. Some may see it as just another coin from South Africa, but for those who understand its history and appreciate the artistry, it's a treasure that commands attention and respect. If you're someone who has coins tucked away in drawers, boxes, or old albums, take a moment to look closely at what you have. You never know what history you might be holding. Every coin has a story, every minting has a purpose, and every collector has the chance to uncover something truly special. The thrill is in the search, the discovery, and the pride of ownership. And here's the part you've been waiting for. The 1968 1-cent sword coin from South Africa, in exceptional condition, is estimated to hold a value of up to $4 million. Yes, you heard that right. $4 million for a single coin. That staggering number is a testament to its rarity, desirability, and the history it represents. Imagine holding something in your hands that not only tells a story, but could also be worth millions. This is why collectors dedicate years of their lives to pursuing these treasures. It's not just about wealth. It's about the legacy, the joy, and the pride of owning something that few others ever will. It's about connecting with the past, with history, and with a community of collectors who share the same passion and excitement. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting out, let this coin inspire you. Take a closer look at your collection. Explore auctions, seek out rare finds, and never underestimate the value of what might seem ordinary at first glance. Because sometimes, the ordinary hides the extraordinary. Before we end, remember to subscribe if you haven't already. We uncover treasures, stories, and secrets from the world of coins and collectibles that you won't find anywhere else. Don't miss the chance to be part of this journey, to learn, discover, and maybe even change the way you look at your own collection. The 1968 1-cent sword coin is more than a coin. It's a story, a piece of history, and an investment in the rarest sense of the word. Its value is not just measured in currency, but in the excitement it brings, the history it preserves, and the admiration it commands. And now, you know its true worth, up to $4 million. A coin that small, a story that big, a value that's simply astounding. Welcome to SG Coin Chronicles, your trusted gateway into the fascinating world of rare coins, hidden treasures, and forgotten currency history. From ancient empires to modern rarities, we uncover the stories, values, and secrets behind some of the world's most remarkable coins. Whether you're a collector, a history lover, or simply curious, we bring you well-researched insights, real coin values, and expert commentary you won't find anywhere else. Subscribe now and turn on notifications, because every coin has a story, and CoinAZ Pulse is here to tell it. Imagine holding between your fingers a coin minted in 1965, a time when South Africa was undergoing social, political, and economic changes. This 1 cent piece belongs to an era much different than today, yet it has survived decades of circulation, handling, and time itself. It speaks of everyday commerce, the small purchases, the casual exchanges, the living, breathing flow of money. Yet, preserved in a rare condition, it now speaks of ambition, pride, and investment that on one face. You will see two sparrows perched side by side. These birds, delicate and modest, represent simplicity, humility, and the rhythm of rural and small-town life. Their wings and feathers are captured in fine detail, especially in specimens that have avoided heavy wear. The bird's positioning, graceful yet unassuming, suggests motion, a fleeting moment on a branch, a snapshot in bronze. It is a reminder that even in small gestures and common creatures there is beauty and meaning. Flip the coin, and you are greeted by a dignified portrait of Jan van Riebeeck. His profile is poised, stern, and full of presence. He was a colonial founder, a controversial but central figure in South Africa's history, and his image on coinage ties the everyday to the weight of political and social centuries. The lettering around his profile records the year, 1965, and the name of the country, tying the artifact to place, time, and authority. What makes this particular 1965 1 cent coin remarkable is not just its design, but its survival in fine, unblemished condition. Many coins of that year circulated heavily. Edges got smoothed, letters worn down, surfaces scratched, bronze tones darkened. Yet some examples escaped damage. In those rare cases, the luster remains, the details crisp, the surfaces nearly flawless. Collectors prize those virtues. When a coin shows clear feathering on the sparrows, distinct sharpness on the lettering, deep preservation of the rim and fields, it becomes a gem. It becomes something aspirational. Now, consider scarcity. Mint records and collector references show that only a limited number of 1965 1 cent coins remain in premium condition today. Many have been lost, melted, damaged, or simply eroded over time. Therefore, the few specimens that remain graded highly by numismatic authorities attract serious attention. Collectors often compete quietly, patiently, hoping to acquire one for their advanced portfolios. Some may wait years, building connections, watching auction catalogs, communicating with fellow numismatists, all seeking that one opportunity. The story also involves grading. A coin's value depends heavily on its condition, described by terms like extremely fine, uncirculated, mint state, and so on. When a 1965 1 cent coin emerges in a high mint state grading, where even the finest lines and textures remain untouched, its value can skyrocket. Grading authorities evaluate strike quality, surface preservation, luster, and uniqueness. A well-struck 1965 coin with no post-mint damage becomes extraordinarily valuable. To illustrate, imagine an auction setting. The coin is presented under spotlights, encased in a protective holder, turned slowly so every attendee can see every contour. Eyes lean forward, murmurs pass between bidders who understand what they are seeing. That modest coin, humble in denomination, humble in size, becomes the focal point. Bids climb, roughly at first, then rapidly as passion and competition escalate. In that atmosphere, someone wins, raising a paddle, securing ownership. That moment is where history, prestige, and monetary value converge. That let's reflect on its appeal to collectors and viewers alike. For a collector, it is a tangible expression of connoisseurship, of seeing beauty in details, in bird feathers, in crisp edges, in the glow of bronze. It holds scarcity and story. For a viewer or novice, it becomes a gateway. You see a coin and wonder about where it came from, who held it, what it witnessed. You see the intersection of art, craft, commerce, and history. It becomes a conversation starter. It teaches that heritage can lie in small things, that patience can yield reward, that a singular object may carry legacies across generations. Every coin, after all, is more than metal. It is a vessel of memory. The 1965 1 cent carried in pockets during decades of change, passed from hand to hand, throughout cities and countrysides. It witnessed the ebb and flow of life, the rise and fall of fortunes, the progress of societies. For collectors, owning such a coin is akin to connecting with a living past. So, when you show this piece to your viewers, perhaps in a video or as part of a collection showcase, you don't just show its obverse and reverse. You tell its story. You let people imagine its journey. You highlight the sparrows and the profile. You explain how rare it is to find one in such condition. You mention the grading, the auction tension, the passionate bidders behind the scenes. You build suspense. Could someone win it? Could someone lose it? That narrative draws in even those unfamiliar with numismatics.